I grew up in a house that was backed up against the mountains there, and we had horses and chickens and that kind of thing, but it was by no means a farm. There's like 5 kids, and keeping track of that was enough, I guess, for Mom, you know. So we saved money, paid our mortgage through the whole next season, and kind of just took the jump and was like, okay, can we make a living like as a family doing this? We've done it for a couple of years. I mean, we're doing it. But I mean, we've got a long ways to go too, for sure.
I'm the 8th of 9 kids. My parents moved from town to this huge farm probably a few years before I was born. They had 7 kids when they moved there. And they leased a 600-acre farm right on the New River and raised, they had about 200 head of beef cattle, 200 acres or so that they put up the hay, and about 200 acres of field corn. And had a huge garden that all of us had to work in. We had a couple milk cows, a bunch of chickens, we raised feeder pigs, kind of did everything. Yeah, that's too big. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go through this and harvest tomorrow, and that'll be the first harvest. So. And there's also beans planted in here.
Is this good companion gardening with the squash and the corn?
Yeah.
And with your family being, you know, cattle farmers, do they have much experience in vegetable farming too?
My family doesn't have any experience in vegetable farming. Just a little bit of gardening. I guess I was in 8th grade or so. My mom never liked to garden, and she said she wasn't going to do it anymore, so then I took it over from that point on. Okay. And she would let me do whatever I wanted with it and help me get seed and whatever, but she didn't want to work out there anymore.
But now my parents are really, they think this is great. They're excited that we're making this work. They're excited that we're doing something we love doing.
For me, a lot of it was my parents quitting and leaving that farm at such an impressionable age for me, because I loved it. And I was young enough that whatever work I had to do wasn't grueling at all, and I just missed it. I just missed everything about it. So I just wanted to get back to that somehow.
Everybody's really supportive. My brother and sisters are, you know, my brother and one of my sisters are like really into cooking, and they're really excited about, you know, all the different stuff that we're growing and what we're doing.
I think this is maybe 15 or 16 years now that I've been growing vegetables and going to market. Not obviously on this scale since the beginning.
I know when I first moved to Asheville 10 years ago, I was buying produce from you.
Yeah.
At the tailgate market where it used to be next to the co-op.
Right. And I also was driving for Mountain Foods and delivering. And
that's right.
Delivering to Doc Shay's where you work.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Well, I still had my job driving a truck delivering produce. I was so in touch with all the chefs and able to kind of be like, okay, this is what I'm doing on the side. And I have a lot of relationships with chefs from that. But then there's all these new chefs that we're meeting through other ways.
The people that are buying produce off of us are our friends, you know. I mean, it's neat. And I mean, you know, like this last summer, Ann was kind of having to take off from market, and she wasn't there every week, and like she missed it, you know. She was like, I miss the customers. We're living the dream, like that we can be full-time farmers. I mean, it's just like, we did it. Oh my God, it can be done, you know. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely pumped, but then, you know, you start worrying about like health insurance and that kind of stuff, and you're like, uh-oh.
There's a lot of things that make it worth doing, like not having a boss, making your own schedule, you know, working hard for yourself and something you believe in instead of for somebody else and some vague idea of a business or whatever, and being outside all the time. It's awesome. And yeah, being able to have the kids with us. or right real close.
It's a great lifestyle, and it's plenty of fun. It's just you get a little bit worried about the bottom line. You look at the dairy farms now, tobacco. I mean, no matter kind of like what you've got as far as like experience, it's also like you just got to roll with the market and what's viable at the time. I mean, and just hopefully you see the next wave coming, I guess. I mean, we definitely talk about that a lot. Like, how long will this last, you know, like, because, I mean, we're sitting in a tobacco barn. We got an old dairy barn across the road, and we're growing vegetables, you know. I mean, like, things change.